But you know something that I always say, and people be looking at me crazy. Like, I don't know if this because I'm from Chicago, but like, I can't fuck with no nigga that work a 9 to 5. I don't know why. I just need a fast money ass nigga. It don't necessarily have to be like drugs or like fraud, but like rapping or like dealing with media or like shit like that. Just like get
You want a nigga with no? So hold on.
Like if I come to you and I need some shit, I don't need you to be like, well, my check come on Friday. Fuck that. I need you to get that shit right now. Like,
so I feel like it depends with the 9 to 5. Like if you 9 to 5 at Burger King or something, hell no. But if you 9 to 5 at
my favorite
JP Morgan or something, hell yeah. Because I know that Friday check about to have more than zeros.
Fuck that little bank shit. Shit, that's a fraud nigga. I might as well get a fraud nigga. Fuck.
I don't know.
You work in the bank too. Shit, technically. Like,
I don't know.
So hold on. So if a nigga work at the bank,
no, I don't want you.
So let's say this nigga work at the bank making $500,000 a year. You don't want that nigga?
You can give me a banker. Give me a banker, a doctor, a lawyer.
Now, if you doing that shit,
specialist, not a pediatrician, a specialist.
If you doing that shit to cover up some shit, like let's say the nigga that work in the bank sell fucking drugs, like I'm with it.
What the fuck?
You on him? You on him?
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, sit down.
What the?
No, I just need.
Maya!
I just need a hustling mentality.
You want a Kit Kat?
Nah.
You tripping?
No, I'm
alright, what if they got a regular job, but they side hustle is bringing in the fast cash, but it's still stable money
regular job.
Okay. So let's put it out there. So,
like lawyer, banker, doctor.
But that's not a 9 to 5 out here.
Listen, Linda.
You really working.
So you got a nigga. So you got a nigga that's making $500,000 a year. He don't sell drugs and no shit like that. But you got a nigga that's making maybe $25,000 a year, but he's selling drugs and shit on the side.
It depends on his. No, it's not. You can't compare that. Like you can't. This is what I mean. I really think I fuck with the niggas type of mentality. The reason why I don't say a 9 to 5 because a 9 to 5 is you getting your check every other Friday, right? And it could be the most basic job. Lawyers, doctors and shit, they don't work 9 to 5. So I'm not saying like I wouldn't want no nigga like that. But I need a nigga with a hustle mentality. I have a very strong hustle mentality. If you're not on the same page as me, I can't fuck with you. Like I need to be like, I need 50,000 by next Friday. What you finna go do to get this shit? Oh, well, I gotta wait till the check drop. Like, no, nigga, fuck you. No,
But nigga making $500,000 a year, I'm pretty sure you got 50,000.
Right, but what if you don't? You can't fuck with me.
You tripping?
I feel like that's cool for right now because I'm still young and I feel like, yeah, bring me all the adrenaline. But then again, I know I want something like real stable because it's a certain lifestyle I want to live. It's a certain
but
lifestyle
I'm not necessarily saying that I need a nigga that sells drugs or do fraud. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I need a nigga with a hustle mentality. And if you work a 9 to 5 as a bank teller at Wells Fargo, you can't do shit for me.
Okay, but not a bank teller. Let's get a VP. Let's get a senior vice
I never asked a nigga
You
for
said
shit.
if he can't give me $50,000, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
But that's what I'm saying. I can go get this shit, but I want to see if we're equal. We supposed to be equal. We're a team.
I see.
You
So what job do you have that's not 9 to 5 that's still?
Hey man, we're not gonna incriminate nobody on this motherfucker.
Like I'm just saying, like for instance, a lawyer, right? They get cases consistently, but they not 9 to 5. They on their time, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. I don't need no nigga literally scanning shit, like waiting on the motherfucking $7.50 an hour. No, I'm not doing that shit. So I don't need that shit. Like I don't need nothing like that.
Everything in my life, I have manifested it. These edges, they were gone as fuck, manifested them back. Okay, this waist. It's getting there. I'm still hungry. I'm not eating. I'm eating air, but I'm manifesting. I believe one day it'll be little. I do. Everything I have, my dream career, I manifested it. I'm trying to manifest a husband. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. I get it. They work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard. You have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur. I need somebody that understands my mindset. Somebody that has the same lifestyle. It has nothing to do with money, everything to do with lifestyle. Okay? When I'm in the bed at 3 a.m. checking emails, what you doing, babe? Working. What you doing? Working. Okay, love you. You want to hop on a flight tomorrow? I have a meeting in out of town. You want to go? You got that? Let's go. Okay. You understand my life? You understand what I'm going through? I want to manifest that. What do you want in a man? What do you want? Let's start there. What do you want? Let's manifest it, baby. You can have it. Whatever you want, you can have it. Manifest that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga with a 9 to 5. Ain't nothing wrong with an entrepreneur ass nigga. Manifest whatever you want. I want to manifest an entrepreneur-ass husband. I don't care what you do. Entrepreneur, graphic designer, sell t-shirts, sell drugs, rapper. You could be a rapper. I'm becoming rapper, D-list. I don't give a fuck. Entrepreneur, okay? At this point, I'm about to rebuy my book. I'm about to rebuy my book so I can manifest my husband. Whatever you want, you can manifest it.
And I think when you position yourself like that, you're an open target.
Yeah, especially as a black woman. Because kind of how dare you? You know, because I feel like if a black man had come out and said, I only want to date a woman that runs her own business and that is and that is an entrepreneur, I don't think that he would have got the same backlash she did. Yeah. But it's kind of like as a I don't. I think if a black man had come out, if he's a successful entrepreneur, he's just made $1 million, and he said, okay, it's just like Delicious's husband. When people were asking him why did you choose Delicious, one of the things that he said is that I chose her because she's a businesswoman. She's got her own shit. She's got her own shit. He was very specific in saying I chose her because she's accomplished. So why can't, if B. Simone's idea and definition of somebody being accomplished is somebody that has a similar lifestyle to her, what's the problem with that?
I'm not saying there's a problem. I'm just saying if a man was to say it as well, you don't think he would
No, I don't
say it the same way she said it.
No, I don't think it would. I just think that coming from a black woman, it is kind of like, how dare you? I do think it is, and especially because she didn't go into detail in exactly what it is that she meant, you know. And then I think you brought up the fact that people were already upset with her because of the statements that she made about Black Lives Matter.
A concept that's been going around: women who say they do not want to date a man that works a 9 to 5. It's been causing some controversy a little bit as of late, and I wanted to give my 2 cents as a woman who doesn't like guys who work a 9 to 5. First, I want to state kind of how ridiculous it is, the amount of negative response these women are getting. One of my favorite YouTube channels, well, they're not my favorite because I don't remember their name. It's Abe and somebody else. Abba and something else. I just recently got turned on to them. I really like their content. Usually it's these 2 guys. One's like Haitian, I think, and the other guy, I don't know if he's from any place other than America, but he's just a black guy. And they just give their commentary on stuff. And they have been dragging these women who say they don't want to date a guy who works a 9 to 5. Number one, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that being her preference? I don't understand what is wrong with that preference. If men can say, oh, I like white girls, I like light-skinned girls, I like skinny girls, I like thick girls. If guys can say the type of girls that they like, and we're supposed to not be offended by it, who remembers when Chris Brown came out with that song? Basically, I don't remember what lyrics he said, but he says something like, I don't like dark girls, I like light girls. Something like that. And black women were like, oh my gosh, Chris Brown, like, why would you say something like that? Like, that's, really hurtful. There's a lot of anti-dark-skinned black women stuff out there, and you're just adding to it. And he basically was like, screw you. I don't like y'all. What, y'all want me to lie in my music? It's my preference. Everything is your preference when it comes to guys saying what they like. But when a woman says what she likes, all of a sudden it's got to be an issue. Like, that Bagel Boss dude assaulted a man because he was mad that women don't prefer short men, very short men. And so it like, why is it a problem that women are saying that they don't want a guy with a 9 to 5? First of all, I need to understand why that's even an issue. Like, you're not, if you work 9 to 5, you should not be offended. Just, you're not her type. I don't get offended when dudes say, oh, I date this type of girl, I date that type of girl. That he's not my type. Well, I'm not looking to date you either. You know? Whatever. Okay, so that's that. Then I have to say, I want to add, because people are trying to make these girls sound dumb, like, oh my gosh, why would you say you don't date 9 to 5 men? You know, doctors work 9 to 5 jobs, pharmacists have 9 to 5 jobs, and they have money. It's not just about the money. It's not just about the money and how much income you earn. It's about the lifestyle. There is a certain lifestyle these women want to live with their man. And that lifestyle is not conducive to, okay, honey, you're leaving the house at 7:30 and you'll come back at 6 every freaking weekday for the rest of our working lives. Sounds good. That's not the kind of lifestyle. They don't want that lifestyle. It doesn't matter if it's a doctor who's going to save people's lives. They want a life. They want a lifestyle where they can say, "Oh, I want to go to Bora Bora, baby. Let's go. Pick up your stuff. Let's go. Oh, I got a campaign out in Tokyo. Let's go." You know, like, they want a lifestyle where you pick up and go. Like, you're going, you're traveling, you literally do whatever you want, control your schedule. That's the kind of lifestyle that they want. That's why they can't. That's why they don't want a 9 to 5 guy, because if you work 9 to 5, you don't get to dictate your schedule. If you don't dictate your schedule, that they don't want to live that lifestyle with you. And that's a totally reasonable, that is a fine desire to have in life. That's fine. So I want to talk about that 3. I want to talk about how when people, and it's mostly men, when these guys are berating these women for not wanting a 9 to 5 guy, they always add in there, you know, the entrepreneur man wouldn't want her anyway. She ugly anyway. If I wasn't a 9 to 5 guy, I wouldn't date her. They're adding that, like, who said that she's attracted to you? Why is, whether you find her attractive or not, why is that relevant in the discussion? We don't care, and also she doesn't want to date you, so it doesn't matter. I just don't understand why men are bringing that up like it's a valid point to explain why she's kooky for saying what she said. I don't get it. And or they'll say, well, the kind of guy that she wants isn't gonna want her with that attitude or whatever. Like, she won't be able to get the type of guy she wants. Oh, well, that's why she's still single. So, number 1, who are you to say that girl can't get the type of guy she wants? Like, that's not for you to say. Like, you don't know her. You don't know the circle she's around. You do not personally know these women. Who are you to effing say, based off of a 2-minute, 30-second video clip, who she can and cannot attract? Who are you to say? Number 1. And number 2, when they say, that's why you're still single. That is so toxic. I was single for a long ass time because I didn't want to date the men that were around me. My focus was elsewhere, so I wasn't looking necessarily for the guy I wanted, and also the guys that were approaching me, I didn't want to date them. So if I said, well, I don't want a 9-to-5 guy, and then you say, well, that's why you're still single. Yes, that's why I choose to be single, because I don't want to date. I would rather be single than date, but I don't want to date. Like, people are saying, well, that's why she's still single, as if that's an insult or that's a point to prove that she's kooky. As if the end goal of our lives is to not be single. That doesn't make sense. That's dumb. That is so patronizing. So, okay, there's that. And then the last thing I'll say, I think this is the last thing I'll say, but then also stating, well, one thing I will agree with is that sometimes these girls, now when I say I don't want to date a 9-to-5 guy, what I mean is I want a guy who can be a successful entrepreneur, and we can control our lives, control our finances, control our lifestyle, control how and where and when we raise our kids. I want a man that's on page with that. So it is a mindset. When they talk about mindset and people are criticizing them by saying, well, there are 9-to-5 guys that can have a hustler mindset. No, you can't. If you have a 9-to-5 job and you don't have some sort of business or something on the side, then you do not have the hustler mindset. You don't. Working your way up at your job is not hustler mindset. Working hard at your job, trying to work overtime at your job, that is not the hustler mindset. It's not. That's still another man or woman controlling your income. That is not a hustler mindset. A hustler mindset is, I need X amount of dollars. Let me do what I got to do to get that. Okay? If you work at a job, if you tell your boss, hey boss, I want to make $150,000, how can I do that working here? Your boss gonna laugh at you. A hustler says, I want $150. Let me get my little 30 grand from this job. Let me get 20 grand from this place. And, let me set up a business and I can get the whole 200,000, even more than what I wanted from my business. That's a hustler mindset. So these girls that is what they are wanting. They're wanting somebody with an entrepreneur mind. They're wanting to date somebody who can figure out a way to get their money no matter what's going on. That's the beauty, that's the gift of being a great entrepreneur. Is it doesn't matter what's going on in your life, what's going on with the market, what country you live in. It doesn't matter as long as capitalism is allowed in that country. You can make money. You can notice trends. You see supply and demand. You can put action towards things. They want a guy like that. Now, the last thing I will say, and I do agree with, that after listening to some of these women, you do get the impression that they want a dude that does some illegal-ish. They want a dude that's a drug dealer, whatever. Pimp, drug dealer. I don't know all the different illegal things people do to make money, y'all. I do not dabble in that world. And you also get the sense that they want a rapper, like just, I guess, a kind of underbelly lifestyle, kind of gang. They want that kind of lifestyle. When you keep listening to them, that's the impression that you get.
I'm about to piss somebody off. Are y'all ready for this? Hit that like button. Let's get all of the preliminaries out the way. I'm about to piss somebody off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tough Love. I am yours truly, Mario J, a.k.a. Mr. Tough Love. We got to get straight into this because there's been a lot of conversation about this particular topic. I didn't know if I wanted to hit this topic or not. I was a little bit unsure. I said, you know what? I'm going to let bygones be bygones and bygone it, goddammit. I'm going to let you do your thing. However, I had a very important person reach out to me and say, Joe, what do you think about this? Can you give some insight on this? I said, bruh, I got you. You dig what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. First of all, we've heard from several women just now talk about 9-to-5 men. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to stand on 10 toes when I say this. You're right. You are right. Based on your perspective of what you want, it's okay. We can want $1 million. We can want to live in a mansion. We can want to drive a Bugatti. We can want to travel the world. However, can you provide that for yourself, or do you need somebody to do it for you? That's what the question is. That's the question of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. You can want what you want to want. I mean, that's cool. That's your prerogative. That's your perspective. That's what you want. I got it, baby girl. Do you, boo-boo. But the fact of the matter is, can you provide those things for yourself? See, here's the thing. I noticed that a lot of people were saying, I want, but a lot of them didn't say, I have. Think about that. A lot of them said, I want a man that don't work 9-to-5, that's an entrepreneur, that's bringing in money. One woman went as far as to say, if I need $50,000 by next week, hey, I'm going to need a man that can do that. The question is, can you get $50,000? See, this is what I noticed by a lot of people always preaching about what they want and what somebody needs to bring to the table. Here's the thing. If I have $50,000 available, right? I have a good credit score. I'm an entrepreneur. I am very successful at what I do. Can you imagine me going to someone else that says I better have those things and they don't have those things? That's the problem with this perspective. That's the problem with this ideology of what a man should have and what a man should do. And I don't mind someone saying, this is what I want. I don't mind a woman saying, this is what I want. I want you to be upfront. Baby girl, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. However, it's a lot of people who want love who don't know how to love. It's a lot of people who want to travel that can't afford to travel. It's a lot of people who want to buy expensive shit but can't afford to buy expensive shit. It's a lot of people who want to live in a big house but can't get the big house by themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need someone to bring you the gold, if you need someone to bring you the gold, then the question is, why do they need you? It has to be more than I got a fat ass, I got big titties. It got to be more than that. My lip gloss is popping. It got to be more than that. Okay, I got all of this money. Do you know how to take this money and build an empire? Do you know how to create generational wealth? Or are you just here for the ride? That is the problem that a lot of women get into, a situation where they get men with money and expect those men to be dormant. This is what I mean by dormant. They expect them to say, I'm all for you, honey. This is all for you, honey. And there's not a lot of people who, when you buy something, ladies and gentlemen, when you walk into a store, you walk into a parking lot, you walk anywhere and you say, I purchased that. I'm paying for that. That's mine. That belongs to me. Now, everybody wants that sense of belonging. Everybody wants that sense of belonging. And my whole thing about it is, do you want a man that don't respect you for your mind, that don't respect what you bring to the table? Or do you just want a man that look at your assets and say, that's enough for me, folks? Well, what happens when someone else comes along and they have better assets than you? There's a lot of people who are demanding and are screaming and hollering at the top of their lungs, the man should have this, this person should have that. And my question is, are you what you're looking for? I don't get mad at entrepreneurs saying I want to be with an entrepreneur. I don't get mad at people making a good living at being entrepreneurs and whatever the case may be. Hey, we're equal. And some people say it's okay for me to date up, to level up. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It's okay for me to want what I want. And that's great. The fact of the matter is, can you keep it? Can you keep that person's attention? Can you imagine someone who says, okay, well, I live in an expensive home. I drive an expensive car. You know, I spend $200-300 for lunch, for lunch. It's no problem with money for me, right? And then they date someone who is living check to check, but they're telling you, well, I don't want nobody that lives check to check. I want a baller. Well, do you think that baller is going to respect you? Do you think that baller is not going to have 2 and 3 other women or other men, depending on what sex it is? Hell, the motherfucker could be bi. Who knows? We ain't ruling nothing out over here. But the fact of the matter is, do you think that you're going to be enough for that person? Just you. No intellectual premise, no goals, no ambition, no potential, just the fact that you have assets. Physical assets. I noticed that the most people that talk about being a boss have no clients, have no EIN number. They have no customers. They have no place where they can say, this is my brick and border establishment. So are you a boss? And then what are you the boss of? You the boss at the YMCA, or you the boss at a mom and pop shop? Or you a boss of the Fortune 500 company? What are you the boss of? There's levels to this shit. There's a lot of people who get upset. How dare somebody tell me what they want? Well, I don't think that they're getting mad at you telling them what you want. The issue is that you don't have what you want. You don't have what you're looking for. You don't have the qualifications. I'm about to piss somebody off. You don't have the qualifications. What's on your resume? What's on your resume? Can you imagine somebody with an associate's degree talking about, I want somebody with a PhD? He better have a PhD. She better have a PhD. You have a fucking associate's degree. But you can want somebody with a PhD. Hell, I'm not ruling anything out. It is possible, but the likelihood of it. But let's twist this up a little bit. Let's get deeper in this conversation, because it's tough love. It's tough love, baby. The lady hit it on the head, and I cut it off right there on purpose so it can resonate. I wanted to breathe with you all. She said a lot of these women that talk like that, they want men that make fast money. Drug dealers, rappers, et cetera, right? The underbelly of life, she called it. Now, can you imagine? I'm going to build this premise up for you guys, okay? This is an extended analogy. Can you imagine you living high? You know what I'm saying? You done moved into a nice home, nice neighborhood, driving nice cars, you taking expensive trips, you buy, you got a lot of jewelry. Like you are the envy of all your family and friends. You made it. Girl, you done got you a baller. You done got you a drug dealer. He big shit. Used to call him Big Meech. He a hot boy. Y'all sitting and chilling shit. You could have just got through screwing or anything, right? Y'all living the good life, goddamn. You all on Instagram and shit. You posing with your new goddamn bags and shit. You say, girl, look at all these goddamn shoes. I don't even wear these shoes. I got 100 pairs of shoes, and I only wore 3 of these goddamn shoes. I can't even pronounce the shit that I brought. I just know the shit is expensive, girl. I'm doing the damn thing. I'm about to piss somebody off. Y'all stay with me real quick. You are doing the damn thing. You didn't court you somebody that make fast money. They have $50,000 that they just say, girl, take this money. It ain't nothing because you know what I do. And one day, when you sitting there rocking your little baby boy or little baby girl and y'all watching TV, having family time, enjoying your best life. You got everything you wanted. right? You got cheese and crackers and fruit all on the table. You got fresh flowers. What? You got a white picket fence. You in the condominium, maybe. I don't know, but you are the shit. You got all the materialistic shit you can have. And all of a sudden, boom! DEA, FBI, and they take all of your shit. And they lock your ass up for being an accomplice because they're going to find some type of drugs or some type of bullshit in the house, or they're going to tell you you need to testify against your man, or if you want immunity, or you can do some time. Your children are now in fucking foster care. Now you're trying to beat a case, but see, here's the thing. You wanted that fast money. And those police are going to sit you down, right? Those agents are going to sit you down and say, you mean to tell me you didn't know he was selling drugs? You didn't know that all of this money that you said that you wanted because you wanted a baller. You wanted somebody with that fast money. You was living your best life. You was all on Instagram throwing shit at the club and shit. You was twerking in Walmart and shit. You was cursing people out talking about you got money for lawyers and shit. And the agents tell you, listen, you're going to have to testify if you want immunity, if you want us to cut the time off your fucking sentence. But you are an accomplice, man. They take your fancy cars, they take your jewelry, they deplete all of your funds in the goddamn bank account because they don't know what's drug money and what you actually earn. But shit, you wasn't working anyway. You wanted a boss. You didn't want somebody that worked 9 to 5, somebody that can make an honest dollar. You wasn't patient. You wanted that microwave money, baby girl. That fast money. And you got it. I would tell you all, ladies and gentlemen, that if you are a person that says, you know what, I got to get this money the fast way, that there are legal ways to do that. And you have to be a go-getter. You have to be a hustler in order to get it. But I'm telling you right now, all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. CB said, I like to exercise my Fifth Amendment. All money ain't good money. And here's the thing. A lot of women they're attracted to bad boys. And there's a lot of men that are attracted to bad girls. And I get that. It's just that aroma of edgeness. It's like, wow, you living on the edge. You always on a high, a roller coaster. You never know how things are gonna go, but you're gonna be excited. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna pop bottles. You're gonna do all of these things. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something monumental right now. Let it breathe. At the end of the day, are you safe? Are you safe? Are you safe from someone saying that you acquired these things illegally? Are you safe in making sure that your family doesn't get raided by the DEA or the FBI or whoever because you wanted to live the fast life, that you wasn't worrying about your children? You wanted to make sure that you was in that big house, that fancy car. You wanted the money. You wanted that lifestyle. But what's crazy is, why can't you get the lifestyle working together and building up an empire? See, the thing about it is some people don't even really have real talent. They don't really have real talent. They can't, they're not singers, they're not dancers, they're not actors, they don't really have any talent. So the best next thing is, if I look good enough, someone will come and save me. I am going to be a damsel in distress. And I want my Prince Charming to pull up with all of his money to save me. I noticed that there are a lot of people who want, but they cannot provide. Can you imagine a female pulling up in a Honda Civic talking about, oh yeah, my man better have a Bugatti or else? Like, you drive a Honda Civic. It ain't even a new fucking Honda Civic. And when that shit not working, you are thoroughly on the bus. Are you what you are looking for? Are you what you demanding? And I'm gonna tell you, there are not a lot of people who fit the narrative. Just like, let's deal with this for a moment. The whole Kevin Samuels average at best situation. This female is making 6 figures, but lacks confidence. That's unattractive. That is unattractive on any level. I don't care how you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 1,000. That is unattractive. If I am talking to you, I expect eye contact. I expect, goddammit, you to be there in the conversation. Don't play with your phone. We grown-ups have an adult conversation. And there were a lot of people outraged at him being blunt and assertive with her. But the fact of the matter is, she don't have anybody around her to tell her the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you the truth right now. I want to tell you the truth. You could want the fast money. That is your prerogative. That is your perspective. That's your outlook. And that is fine. I am saying that there is a cost to be with a boss. Let that shit breathe. There's a cost. And some people don't look at all of the stress that comes with that situation. It is okay to work a 9-to-5 job. Do something honest. Do something that is legal. Do something that when you get home, you guys appreciate the time that you have together. Now, I understand that people say 9-to-5s, hey, we're clocking in and clocking out. Someone else is in charge of how much money and time, how much money we make and how much time we spend away from our families. We can't just take trips when we want to. We can't just do what we want to do. Well, that's when you and your significant other come up with a game plan to open up your own business. But you can't say, I just want to come along for the ride. A lot of these people are saying, I want you to already have that shit established so I can just come and jump in on your shit. It's not a lot of people that saying, I want to help you build. It's not a lot of people that says, hey, I'm here for the long haul and I'm bringing something to the fucking table. No, it's a lot of people that saying, I want you to already have it and I want to be able to exploit you. Ladies and gentlemen, I done seen more than enough people fold under pressure. If your girl is only concerned about monetary value, brother, you're going to lose your girl. Ladies, if your man is only concerned about ass and titties and not what your brain capacity expands to, not the conversation that you bring to the table in regards to how do we help build this generational wealth for our children, you're always going to have a problem. There is always going to be some type of discord because you have one person thinking one way and another person thinking the other way. If you're the man and you pay for every fucking thing and your female was just riding high on the coattail of you, great. If that's what your relationship is. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm going to be with a woman, hey, she's going to have to bring something to the table. And it's going to be more than just ass and titties. When we talk finances, goddamn it, we need to talk about what are we invested in? What land are we buying? We going Bitcoin this way? Okay, cool. Stocks? Okay, got it. CDs? Okay, got it. But if you're telling me you don't know nothing about that, nor do you bring anything to the table like that, then you're telling me that you want to come along for the ride. Well, here's the situation. The honest to God truth is, just like I picked you, I can pick somebody else. Just like I got you with the money, I can get somebody else with the money. Now, if you're one of those women that you like to say, okay, well, as long as I'm getting what I need to get from the situation, I don't care what he does. I don't care what she does. And you may be, again, to each their own. But I'm telling you right now, if you have young children, young teenagers, or just you being an old motherfucker, if you want fast money, I get it. I got it. I understand it's alluring. I understand it's exciting. I understand that you're able to do more. But make sure that at the end of the day that you're safe, that you're not putting yourself or your family and friends in harm's way because you want to be the big shot. You want to impress the Joneses. You want to keep up with everybody that don't give two fucks about you on social media. Take your time and build your empire. Take your time and really create wealth. And if you are selling drugs or you doing something, goddammit, that's illegal, I would advise you to invest that money into something that's going to be prolific for you and yours. Law enforcement is getting very smart. And for those that think they're getting away with selling nicks and dimes and bricks and whatever the case may be, I'm telling you right now, it is probably time to rethink the strategy. Because they tapping into phones, computers, goddamn bank cameras, all types of shit. So you can be home with your family one day and having a relaxing family even, watching goddamn Coming to America Part 2. And all of a sudden, you're laying face down. And your kids are crying and your girl is over there screaming and hollering, hysterical, because now you have to face the music. And what you're going to realize in that sale, it was not worth it. It was not worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what this is, I am Mario J, Mr. Tough Love, and this is Tough Love Podcast. And if you guys are just coming in right now, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Tough Love channel, YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Instagram and Facebook that's watching me. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I believe that this is a very important topic because we all want to make money. We all want to make money. We all want to have access to a better life. We all want the good things, but we all don't have the patience and we all don't have the know-how. There is a reason for that because we are not having the conversation that we need to have and networking with the right people. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about black people. I'm saying people in general, they want people to give them something. They want a man to say, I want you to risk it all. I want a breadwinner. And that's fine to get a breadwinner. But when you say breadwinner, I want you to do things by any means necessary. Well, that's a different story. That's a different story. Because here's the thing. How far is that ass going to take you? How far is them titties going to take you? How far is them bundles and eyelashes and all this other stuff that we say we're doing for enhancements to attract a good man? The thing about it is, do you want a good man or do you want a bad boy? And how long do you think this bad boy is going to last? Because here's the thing, everybody don't make it out the drug business. Everybody don't make the big money selling drugs. It's some motherfuckers on the corner nickel and diming it. That's not where the money at. That's not where the money at. So just because you got a bad boy that's in and out of jail or whatever the case may be, one of the females on the little other podcast said that, you know what, she don't mind if she date a scammer. And I'm scratching my head like, what type of fucking female would say I want to date a scammer? You risking it all for a couple dollars? What's a couple dollars to y'all, man? What do y'all think is some frivolous money? Like, you know, some play money, like strip club money. $100, $1,000. What do y'all think is some, like, everybody go, hey, this is money I can just throw at the strip club. You know, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing to me. Well, here's the thing. If you got $1,000 to take to the strip club, you should have $1,000 to invest and put into something for your future and to build some shit up. Start a business. An LLC is not that expensive. But I find that there's a lot of people who do not want to get slow money. They do not want to take the time. They have to be luxurious. They have to be the bad bitch. They have to be the man. And in order to be all those things, you got to make fast money. I'm going to be a rapper. You 35 years old, 47 years old, trying to still make it into the rap game. Performing at all the local, you performing at all the local goddamn talent shows. You ain't winning, you just there. It is time to think about a new strategy. That's the message, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to think about a new strategy. It is time to come up with a new game plan. It is time to put yourself around people that's networking and building. Jeremy says 300 bones. I'm in there. Aha! We want that fast money. We want to look good. And there's a lot of women that say, hey, look, I put a lot of time and effort into looking good. I need somebody who's putting time and effort into making money. I need a boss. I hear you. There's a lot of guys out there that says, man, shit, man, you know what's so funny though? Because somebody had mentioned it as well. Do men care how much a woman makes? Do men care how much a woman makes? And is it an issue like, oh yeah, a woman has to have this much money. She has to have this type of education. She has to drive this type of vehicle. She has to live in this type of neighborhood. She has to have this type of degree. Because I would start thinking that you start drawing the line pretty thin once you start putting the standards everywhere. That means on both sides of the table, that means whatever you expect me to have, I expect you to have. So if my credit needs to be at an 801, then your credit needs to be at an 801. If I go to the gym, you need to go to the gym. If I invest, you need to invest money. If I buy property, you need to buy property. If I can travel the world, you need to be able to travel the world. If I got a passport, you need a passport. If I can speak 2 languages, fuck it. You might need to speak 2 languages. The fact of the matter is the requirement equal on both sides? Or are we saying, well, that's just what men need to have? That ain't got nothing to do with women. Or are we saying that's just what women need to have? That ain't got nothing to do with men. I think across the board down the middle, I would say that both parties need to be physically fit. Both parties need to have a positive attitude. Both parties need to have some income. Both parties need to be self-aware. Both parties need to carry themselves in a manner that is respectable. Both parties need to identify, very quickly what type of person they want and be able to articulate that when the time comes. I'm just saying, are we even across the board? See, here's the thing. It is very difficult for you to want someone that's a good communicator, but you don't communicate well. It is very difficult to have someone that has a high sex drive, but you only want to have sex once a month. It is very difficult for someone that says, hey, I want to, raise my children, and the other person just wants to party. It is different, and there needs to be a balance. The issue is that a lot of people get together based on a situationship, not love. Those women that you heard talking earlier in the broadcast, no one said, I'm looking for someone to love me. I'm looking for someone to respect me, to cherish me. Everyone was talking about money. Money. The time to take them somewhere, the time to do something with them. However, what about love you? What about love you? What about the time that we do share? Is that not going to be intimate? Is that not going to be enough for you to build? See, here's the thing. What's so funny is if you've never been with a millionaire, you don't know what that lifestyle is. If you never blew $5,000 on a weekend trip, you don't know what doing that is. Some people ain't even been out their city yet. Right now, if you say, hey, man, I got a great deal right now, bro. I want you to buy into this company, right? Be a partner or whatever. All you need is about $1,500. So come on through. Oh, I ain't got $1,500. Damn, you got $1,500, bro? Oh, shit, something just happened, man. I need to put a retainer down for $5,000, for a lawyer. I'm just saying. So it's like we all want this. Now, I wouldn't say unreachable, but are we realistic? Realistically, do you want someone to come in and save you from your own life? Do you want someone to come in and fix your fucking broken table? Fuck what they bring to the table. You want them to bring, I'm about to piss somebody off. You want them to bring the table to you. You don't want to work for the table. You don't want to do any maintenance on the fucking table. You want somebody to bring the table, bring the chairs, bring the plates, bring the forks, bring the cups, and put food on the motherfucking table, and you want to sit there and look pretty. Because there was not a lot of people who said, listen, I am my own boss. I make my own money. What I want is a companion. I want a partner. I want a friend. There was not a lot of people screaming that. They were saying, if you work 9 to 5, oh, no, boo-boo. Well, my thing about it is if you're making that much money and you realize that that person's schedule is 9 to 5, then goddamn it, guess what? At 6 o'clock, then that's y'all time. You got from 6 all the way up to motherfucking 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. the next day to spend time with your man or spend time with your girl if they working 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is not a detriment to your relationship. And anyone who says that is asinine. And depending on your level of success, of course, you're going to try to reach out to someone that can share equally in your success. That means if I am a successful entrepreneur, I'm probably not going to date the fry guy or the fry girl at McDonald's. That is not a equal level. But you can find someone that's an equal level to your success. But I really don't think, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't think that men put so much emphasis on how much a woman makes. I think that's women led. However, I do think that men put emphasis on beauty. I think that beauty will soothe the average beast. I think that beauty will get you into the door. I think that beauty will allow people to say, I'll overlook what else you don't have. Oh, you look good. God damn, you look good. Okay, you don't need good credit. Damn, you just look good. Look at that ass, though. Okay. Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to have no degrees. Damn, you look good. You can't. I know you can't help me with my business, but you look good, girl. God damn, is that Brazilian? Is that Yaki? Is that you got your nails in? Oh my God, girl, you look good. Look at that bag. You look like money. You ain't got no money, but you look like money. I think men are willing to overlook a lot of shit just to say that I have this beauty on my arm. And that is the new come up. That is the key to this whole society situation, that a lot of people feel as long as I look good, then I'll get in the door. I'll get to where I need to be. But what happens is when that man leaves you, or that man cheats on you, or that man decides that your beauty is okay, but this next motherfucker, god damn. And that's the issue. Make sure that the man that is with you respects you enough to understand that, you know what? It's about you. It's about you guys building a relationship. It's about you guys establishing what it is that you guys want to focus on. If you bring nothing to the table, you shouldn't expect someone else to bring a table to you. I say work for your shit. I mean, I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that I said something that resonates with you. I hope that if you're new here, you subscribe to the Tough Love channel. Please hit that bell for notification. Until next time, y'all are dolled up, man. Peace.